Hey, Neil Hogan from Totally Guitars. Today I have a tip mostly for beginners, but actually for anybody who's having a little trouble with just getting good tone out of their guitar. It's really important exactly how you place your fingers of your left hand on the fingerboard to make sure everything doesn't sound like this. So what you have to do is be really careful with how your fingers and your hand position in the first place and exactly how your finger touches the string. So first thing about hand position that's really important is making sure that your thumb is not hanging over the top of the neck and your fingers are all cramped up like this. It's keeping a little bit of space underneath the neck between that and the palm of your hand, so that your fingers are nicely arched going into the fingerboard, and then that you're using the very tip of your finger, not flattened out like that. Your finger's just much too soft right there. You really have to be on the tip and be really close to the fret. This is the other thing that's not so obvious. If I'm back here, listen to what it sounds like. If I get a little closer, I don't have to push as hard to get good tone out of it. So a great exercise is try to play all the notes on the first 4 frets of each string, listening to the tone of every one. If it sounds like this, something's wrong. I'm over the fret. If it sounds like this and buzzing, I'm not close enough to the fret. Or I might not be on the tip of my finger. So get your fingertip there, then go to the 2nd fret, do the same thing with your 2nd finger, your 3rd finger at the 3rd fret, and your 4th finger at the 4th fret. With your 4th, it's sometimes going to be a little flatter. You don't necessarily have to get it around and get on the tip, but practice that. And just playing those notes individually, trying not to move your hand. You should be able to reach all 4 of those notes with your thumb in one place. And I have my thumb about pretty much between the 1st and 2nd fret. And that allows my hand to reach all 4 of those notes. And then do the same thing on the 2nd string. And the 3rd string. And you should be able to reach all of the strings without moving your thumb on the back of the neck. And I'm getting as close to the fret as possible without touching it or without being over it, and getting really good tone out of those notes. So that is one of the biggest things every guitar player or student needs to keep in mind, is finger placement on every single note.